Yo, what's good, guys? KosherTech here. So today we got another Chinese case to review. Let's go. This is another one from Montech. This is the Montech Sky one case. Now it comes in both black and white colors. It retails for, I want to say, like around $120, depending on the sale you get on Amazon. Basically, you know how it is on that. Now I'll have all the specs and anything that I missed in the description below. Definitely let's check it out. But anyways, let's just move into the video pretty fast. Now, this is a mesh front case, which is absolutely beautiful. Now, we also have this LED, plastic LED going all the way down, this plastic LED light going all the way down. Once you turn on the case, essentially, you could like change the colors of this light and whatnot. Now, in the front, this mobile supports all the way to mini ITX to E-ATX motherboard. So basically supports all your mobos. Now, this front mesh is absolutely fuego, I gotta say. Montech doesn't disappoint. Now, if you do want to remove it, it's very simple. You just take it from the bottom and pull it. You pull it, and this plastic shroud essentially comes off. I'm going to show you guys that in a few moments. Now, up top, we basically have your power reset. We have your USB 3, your mic, headphone, USB 3 as well, and your micro USB. So it's nice to see micro USB. You have a dust filter up here. Now, in the front, you could fit all the way up to a 360 mil radiator, as well as up top all the way up to 360. Now, when I say all the way, so that's meaning 240, 280, which goes to 360. Same thing, 240, 280, and 360. Now, one thing I gotta say, this case does come with 3 fans, the Z3 Pros. I wanna say fans, I did review them. They are over here. Now, for some reason, my version of the case only came with 2. All right, so I reached out to Montech, and Montech support, I gotta say, you guys gotta just make your support much better for customers. I had a problem trying to return it. It was just basically a pain in the behind, so I just kept whatever I copped on Amazon. My version came with 2 fans. I do have additional fans of these, so I am gonna put 6 fans, and of course, I'm gonna give the case away as I always do. But of course, they're PWM. Once I get her naked right now, I'm gonna talk more about it and just go full in depth. Now, the side panel, I gotta say, is pretty dope. It's a thick, it reminds me of the Asus TUF GT301 side panel. I want to say that's the case. You just unscrew it here. It's a very heavy, thick side panel. I'm gonna go here in a few later. Same thing for the side panel. Now, the side panel, now they really effed up. This side panel, for some reason, the back side panel is basically a pain. It gave me a lot of problems installing. As you can see, it's like not even installed flush. So I'm not sure if you guys do have this problem. Let me know in the comments. But anyways, let's get her naked. All right, you guys, so she's officially naked. Now, let's quickly look over in the fronts, the dust filters and whatnot in the front panel. Now, in the front panel, this wireless ARGB connector technology that they implemented is absolutely fuego. I'm explaining to you guys what that does. But anyways, this is the front. Now, over here, you're gonna have some restrictions in airflow because of the LED which runs all the way in the front of the case, so you're gonna have some airflow restrictions. Now, I mean, it's not really necessary. There are screws here. I believe you could take it out, but regardless, the plastic itself is not gonna fully come out, so you're gonna have it like an opening over here. So I just leave it and just play with the LED if you want. Now, there's no dust filter over here. All you cats are gonna be asking about dust filter. Now, you get a dust filter up top. I showed you, and you get a little small one on the bottom of the PSU. So there's your dust filters. Now, in the front of the case, this is the wireless technology I was talking about. So it's pretty dope. So when you just pop this out, remember how in some cases there's wires and whatnot connecting for the LED, for the front LED? You don't have that here. This wireless technology, I gotta say, for what Montech implemented, is pretty fuego. Now, some other cases might have it. Let me know in the description below which ones do. I did not review any that do. This is the first one that I actually did review in a budget side, which is 120, I'd say a little budget. I think this case is a little overpriced. I would personally put this case and the $90 to $100 mark in just my personal opinion. But anyways, this is pretty dope technology. Now, again, Mike, for some reason, these are not the Z3 Pro fans, the ARGB fans at least. I don't know what the heck this is. I don't know, again, what Montech did on Amazon they playing. But anyways, you can mount 3 fans over here. You can mount the 360 mil rad in the front. Now, you do have your GPU holder / wire management hider, this over here. Now, I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. We're gonna try to put this in and try to put it to work. Technically, you could remove this now. If you are gonna install an E-ATX motherboard, you will have to remove this to install the Mobo, because the Mobo is essentially going to go all the way here. So this thing needs to go. Now it is, you have some little steel over here, some Chinese steel. You do hear it, which is really nice. But like I said, not really too sure. I wish they would have just got rid of this and put some rubber grommets. Speaking of which, no rubber grommets up top, which is whack. Now in the front, you could put a SSD. You have an SSD holder, but where's the other one? This is like, looks a little weird. It looks like out of place. I wish they would have gave us one more, but they did not. Now on the back, we could vertically GPU mount it as well. We have, how many we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7, right? 7 PCIe slots over here. You could just screw them on and screw them off. I might do vertical GPU mount. I might not. I got to see how it goes. Now, in the back, we have we have two SSDs over here you could put in as well. In the bottom, of course, your PSU goes over here. Now, here is this is all the box of goodies over here. This is hot swappable, which is nice. Now you could put your spinning disc, aka mechanical drives over here, 3.25 inch here up top. Same thing, as well as, I want to say maybe even SSD. I mean, you could just double side tape that bad boy and get it going. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. Now here we do have a hub, essentially that runs. We have this wire essentially that runs for the front, but then you would have to daisy chain because this hub only has up to 6 ARGB ports. So essentially this one is going to be already tied to this. So if you're going to have 6 fans, you would have to just daisy chain your fans to essentially put 6, because this one, to put 7, because this one is already dedicated to this. But like I said, only support 6. But we, altogether, we have enough zip ties over here for cable management. I want to say not too much. Yeah, nothing on, damn, this is like terrible. No cutouts here for zip ties on the right whatsoever. We only have one side, which is pretty whack. We have Velcro straps over here. We have all the connectors for the front panels, of course, over here. This is a connector, SATA connector, ARGB connector for the for your hub. But anyways, let Kosher building it, and let's see how this case goes. Let's go. All right, guys, so the build is complete. Now the case, I gotta say, man, working in it is absolutely fuego. Very easy. I'm feeling the light bar over here. It's pretty dope. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna hit the reset button right here, and it's gonna change colors, right? So the restart button, I'm gonna click it. It gets you all these cool effects. It even hits the logo too. It illuminates. Pretty fire, I gotta say. There's plenty of effects. There's a reddish. There's this look at that. That's pretty dope, man. That's pretty fire that it just does that. That's pretty fire, I gotta say. You can just keep pressing it. Of course, you can turn it off too. You have solid colors. I mean, you got plenty of colors. Actually, I think if I hold it, I could turn it off. Yeah, so if you hold it, you could turn it off, and you could press it, and then it has. So it has solid white. It has plenty of colors. Really, really cool. I am feeling, like I told you guys, the mesh front over here, very nice. But I kind of feel like this would restrict airflow, but nonetheless, really, really nice design. And I did put, of course, vertically GPU mount on the card. This is the 590 Red Devil. Looks absolutely beautiful here with the red and I want to say white build. Now I'm gonna take out the glass for a second. The glass design is really nice too, but I mean, the problem is you gotta like remove it like this or you'll smudge it. But the glass is like really good. It feels really, really good. Quality's fantastic. Overall, let me just remove this right now just to show you guys inside how it looks. So like I said, vertically GPU mounted card. Now keep in mind, this is just for aesthetic purposes, guys. If you are gonna vertically GPU it, especially like you see how the card will be really close to flush to the side panel, to the glass. So the temperatures will rise compared to if it's gonna be just horizontally mounted straight to the PCIe slot. So again, this would be mostly aesthetic. If you are looking for performance, just put it horizontally. And you know, if you're just reviewing the case, I'll make it like this for the time being. Now this bar over here, this bracket is removable. You could remove this. This is actually pretty cool also to hide wires. So instead of us giving us grommets, you see how the 24-pin connector is basically hidden. It's nice. I would prefer grommets, but this is also not bad. Also, this is removable. You could remove this. So if you're gonna put a, I want to say if you're gonna put a long, if you're gonna put an E-ATX Mobo, you would definitely have to remove this bracket over here. But I am feeling the bracket. Very nice design. I love the fans. Of course, we did review these fans too. Like I said, I put 6 fans in here. Looks absolutely fantastic. Listen, like really no complaints. Very easy space to work with. I mean, you got plenty of space here. You can mount long cards, you know, just dope. Also, when you're gonna put a 360 mil rad, you might have to remove this as well, but overall, very nice. I gotta say, very nice design. I just wish in the front here, the wires, you guys can see the wires. I wish they would just give us a better way of managing those wires, but altogether, man, I am really, really stoked for this case. Let's just flip it in the back. Let's check out the wire management. So cable management wasn't too bad. Now, I did point out that there was no cutouts here to basically zip tie your cables, but there are these cutouts here, which I just found when I was putting things in. So I did manage to like run it, but I wish they would have gave us more cutouts like here, a little more cutouts here, but you know, it is what it is. More cutouts here, so they're just lacking on the cutouts department for zip ties. Now, I did use this controller here just for the front LED, but then you know, the fans come with the Montech controller, another controller. I just used this controller for the fans and then this controller essentially. They should have just gave us honestly this controller into here, made things a little simpler and a little easier. Now, one thing, like I did mention, the side panel for this case I am having issues with. It's not closing right. I mean, for the price of the case, this shouldn't exist, especially for the fans that I got were not really the fans that were advertised with the case. So Montech got to fix that. That's honestly not acceptable, especially for the price of the case, but very easy to manage. As you guys can see, a very easy to case to work with, in my opinion. Now let's run to the performance. All right, so I'm just benchmarking it with the vertical GPU, man. The fan is going at 100%. This is like insane. Look at this. Fan is at 99. I mean, the temps is 74%. I mean, 74 Celsius, not too bad, but look at this, man. This thing is loud, dog. Very loud. Basically, what's happening, I mean, it's not getting enough air because it's like really, really close to the glass. That's why the GPU theoretically is running at 100% for the fan speed. What I'm going to do now, I mean, this is not tolerable. Like, I can't tolerate this. Way too loud. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna horizontally put it and to have, you know, fair results. And we're running this for like 4 minutes, guys. So it's a little insane. All right, so put the card horizontally. Now the GPU is at 69 Celsius. Of course, we're gonna turn up the fans. It's gonna drop to like 60. But there was a significant difference when you mount it vertically. Like I said, mostly for vertical mounting. It's mostly for aesthetics, guys, unless if you're gonna put the fan curves and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, the case is performing hella well. The CPU, of course, is at 61. Now, one thing I want to mention, very important, when you are going to horizontally mount the GPU, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remove this bracket. There's 3 screws here. You unscrew this, then you have to unscrew all the PCIe slots, which is annoying, and then you have to basically remove this. Then what you're going to want to do is once the card is already installed, you would have to put this bracket back and unscrew everything. It was mostly a headache. I want to say it's probably 1 flaw or 2 flaws of this case is this design and the side panel for some reason not budging. I don't know if it's my unit or that's how they designed it. I think it's just a defective unit which I received. Also, actually, 1 flaw that I also found in the beginning, the fans. The fans were not the same fans which were provided. So I'm not sure exactly what Montech is doing. But at the end of the day, a good case. I want to say a little overpriced. A sweet spot for me for this case, especially for the company, would probably for like 90 bucks. That's a sweet spot, but it packs a punch, has fans, has rad support, basically has all the bells and whistles, I would say. But anyways, guys, I'm KosherTech. I'm gonna catch you next time. Deuces.